Picture this. You're on your bike, flying down a mountain at 70 kilometers an hour. Your legs are burning, your heart is pounding, and just when you think nothing can break your focus, you see a man in a neon Borat swimsuit sprinting next to you, screaming encouragement in a language you don't understand. Welcome to the Tour de France. This isn't just a bike race. It's a 3,000 plus kilometer circus on wheels. And the real show. Sometimes it's not even the riders, it's the fans. From devil costumes to disastrous selfies, we're diving into the craziest, most hilarious, most what was that moments from fans who got way too into the Tour de France. So buckle your helmet and hold on to your handlebars. We're starting at the beginning, and trust me, it only gets weirder from here. The Tour de France has been around since 1903, and honestly, it didn't take long for the fans to start getting, let's say, passionately involved. In the early decades, spectators would line up in rural villages, cheering riders on like it was the end of the world. But sometimes they got a little too hands-on, literally. There are reports from the 1920s of fans pushing their favourite cyclists up mountain climbs to help them win. By the 1950s, it got even more competitive. If a rider wasn't from their region, fans would boo, or worse, throw rocks. No joke. In 1950, Italian riders even withdrew from the Tour after being harassed and attacked by French fans in the Pyrenees. It got that ugly. Meanwhile, other fans tried to help their favourites by blocking opponents. Some threw tacks on the roads. Yes, tacks to cause punctures. It wasn't just passion. Sometimes it was literal sabotage. Still, this early chaos added a wild, untamed energy to the Tour. Something that's still part of its DNA today. Ah yes, the 90s, a simpler time. No TikTok, no Instagram. But that didn't stop fans from going viral the old-fashioned way, by being completely insane. Enter Didi Senft, aka El Diablo. This German superfan made it his mission to appear at nearly every stage of the Tour de France, wearing a red devil costume, waving a pitchfork, and running alongside the riders like a possessed gym teacher. He'd even pre-paint giant tridents on the asphalt the night before stages. Legend has it that some riders started seeing those tridents and feeling like they were about to face a boss fight. In 1993, Didi built a custom oversized tricycle, like 7 feet tall, and rode it along part of the course. When asked why a devil, Didi answered, because the climbs are hell. And here's where we drop our friendly reminder. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying this video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Ater, the creator behind Bikeflix, puts a ton of work into digging up these stories, and since this is still a small but growing channel, every click really helps us pedal forward. Drop a comment too. We'd love to hear about your favourite crazy Tour moment. Once the Tour entered the 21st century, fans took it up a notch. Costumes became a competitive sport in themselves. You had men dressed as chickens, cows, superheroes, even a guy dressed as a giant syringe during the Lance Armstrong years. Subtle. One unforgettable moment. A man in a full-body Spider-Man suit sprinted beside a breakaway rider on a Pyrenees climb in 2004. Not only did he keep up for several seconds, he somehow managed to dab before dabbing was even a thing. Then there was the infamous running banana man, who became a recurring character. No one knows who he is, but every year he shows up, somehow managing to be in 3 different locations on the same day. Is he teleporting? Is he a clone? Is he just a really fast banana? The mystery remains. We also can't forget the Viking squad, a group of fans who dressed in full horned helmets and fur, roaring as riders passed. And then there's French Kiss Guy, the dude who somehow gets a cheek kiss from a rider every year, no matter how fast the peloton is moving. Meanwhile, fans started to figure out how to mess with the TV cameras. Giant chalk messages, political slogans, and sometimes just awkward anatomy drawn on the road became part of the tour's visual tradition. Now, let's get to the not so funny side of crazy fans. the crashes. In 2011, a fan leaned over the barrier with a giant cardboard sign during stage 9. The sign clipped a rider who dominoed into the peloton, causing a massive crash. The fan disappeared into the crowd. Authorities eventually caught up, but the damage was done. Then, in 2021, the infamous Ale Opi Omi incident. A woman holding a sign meant for her grandparents stepped into the road directly in front of the cyclists. One touch, and boom. A huge pileup, dozens of riders down. It went viral globally and became a cautionary tale overnight. She was arrested and the tour even considered legal action. But it's not just signs. Fans have sprayed water in riders' faces, accidentally tripped over their own dogs on the road, or worse, tried to run alongside them while filming themselves. Spoiler, most of those fans do not stay on their feet. There's even a term among pros, getting fan tackled. Yes, it's a thing, and it's not a good thing. Today's fans are living in the age of content, and that means one thing. If it's not on video, it didn't happen. Cue the drone army. Some spectators have started flying drones way too close to the riders, prompting the tour to enforce strict no-fly zones. There's even been close calls with drones nearly clipping team cars or helicopters filming the race. Then there's the selfie takers, standing on the edge of the road, back turned to a charging peloton, trying to get the perfect angle and ending up as human speed bumps. In 2022, one guy was live streaming himself reacting to the peloton going by, holding out his phone so far it clipped a rider's helmet. Another crash, another round of why? And yet, despite it all, this chaotic energy is part of what makes the tour unforgettable. Not every crazy fan causes chaos. Some become part of the law, like the Frenchman who painted himself entirely blue and stood perfectly still for hours, scaring riders into thinking he was a statue until he suddenly started dancing. Or the elderly couple who show up every year in matching polka dot outfits, complete with handmade signs for every single stage. They're practically mascots at this point. And of course, El Diablo is still going. Even in his 70s, he's out there, cheering, running, and making the tour just a little bit stranger in the best way. Honourable mention, Dutch Corner on Alps de Huez, where Dutch fans take over a hairpin turn, setting up inflatable beer gardens, blasting techno music, and creating what can only be described as the world's most orange mosh pit. The Tour de France is many things. A test of endurance, a spectacle of athleticism, a logistical miracle. But thanks to the fans, it's also one of the most unpredictable and entertaining events in the world. So next time you're watching the peloton fly by, keep an eye on the edges of the road, because somewhere out there is a banana man, a devil, or a dancing smurf ready to make history, or at least the highlight reel. Before you go, tell us in the comments, what's the craziest fan moment you've ever seen? Whether it's from the tour or your local race, we want to hear it. Like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a ride through the wild world of cycling. This is Bikeflix, powered by A-Tour, signing off. Ride safe and watch out for bananas.